began the musical really in June, after we finally made the decision that the Wiz was going to be what we were going to do. I began looking up different videos of different schools that had done this production, trying to get ideas. I wanted a really new, fresh spin on the Wiz. I didn't want it to be what we had done previously. I wanted it to have an urban flair. And so I started Pinteresting different types of costuming and things like that. And I took ideas from other shows and came up with this new flair that we put on the Wiz this year. I didn't want anything to be literal. Like, I didn't want it to be a mascot uniform of a lion or the old school scarecrow costume. I had a lot of influence costuming wise from the NBC live version of the Wiz. That's where we took the ideas for the scarecrow and for the Tin Man. But that's when the whole process began. And so June, July, August, and September, it's just complete brainstorming and dreaming and sketching stuff out in my sketchbook. And some things came to fruition, some things did not, some things changed. It's a long process of just sort of tweaking it until you finally get exactly what you want. And what I'm talking about is the set design, the costuming, makeup looks, hair, colorations that you want to see in your show. It all starts just with a dream. And then you have meetings with all of your support crew, like Ms. Thompson, and you bounce ideas off of each other. And then it all starts to take shape and it starts to mold together into what you know you can accomplish in your own auditorium.
I remember somebody told me that you had to actually be Dorothy. How did that feel to be back on stage?
It was a fun night. Taylor did have the flu. We were scared to death because it was the week of production and we did not know if she would be well for opening night. Praise the Lord, she was. But I did. I was able to perform her role on stage one night, and it was a joy to be back on stage. And I was a little nervous. I didn't think I could do it. But then once I got up there, you realize that everything you've taught them, you have internalized yourself. So every reaction and every move I was able to make, and just instinctively. And I didn't even realize that I had internalized all of those directions and instructions and all of the staging myself. And it was just a joy to have one special night to be Dorothy.
Who all was on your team as far as, like, I know you pointed out Ms. Thompson, but who all, like, choreographed and came up with the flying monkey scenes and all that?
Ms. Thompson is my number one go-to for creative design. That's when we gave her that title this year, because she can see things in the way I'm dreaming, even though my dreams are a little crazy and I can't exactly explain them. She figures it out. And then I rely on Tarver Reeder and JJ Curry to create the dances. But I've dreamed on it for so long. I know what I want them to look like. I know how I want the staging. And Tarver is very good at understanding that staging aspect of the dance and taking what's in my mind and making it happen on stage. As far as flight goes, we have flown for several years now, so I have a good understanding and idea of what we can do in the air, but we do rely heavily on the choreographers that come in for flight training, because they choreograph every flight scene that we have. And so I may say, ooh, I want this to happen, and then they take it 3 notches higher and make it even better. So it's really it's a process of a lot of people coming together to make one dream happen.
Down,